Hey everyone, Burlymengaming here from the Arena Productions, here with my review on Dragon Age: The Veilguard. I'm reviewing this on the Steam Deck, so the Steam version. Just figured I'd let you all know. You probably could tell by the visuals. But before we start getting into things, I'm just gonna let you know there will be spoilers in this. Kind of hard to talk without spoilers, and so I'll give you just a few, I'll just give a few seconds of silence here, and then we'll start the review, so that way you can pause it if you have not played the game, and you want to pause this review and then come back, play the game and come back. Alrighty, so Dragon Age: The Veilguard, the long-awaited sequel 10 years after Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, visually, on the Steam Deck does not look great, but it is verified for the Steam Deck. But if you put this up on a computer with beefy specs and good specs, it looks good. I will give it that. Visually looks good. Just the Steam Deck not so much. But as in terms of performance on the Steam Deck, it runs quite well. You'll get, if there's a lot on the screen, you'll get a little bit of stuttering and a little, when it's, especially if you're loading into areas, you'll get that. But performance-wise, it performs well. The soundtrack and music and sound design, audio design, all good. No issues there. Ooh, trap there. But let's get into combat. Combat is more action-based in this Dragon Age. So this is somewhere in Act 2, early Act 2. Just so that way I loaded up an older save just to show you where I was in an area with combat. And combat is action-based more so than 2. I think combat's not bad, but if you're playing on higher difficulties, just to let you know, you're gonna want to turn it down because the enemies are damage ones, and you're just like whacking them between your basic attack and heavy attack. Your skills, you can't just use them. There's like no mana or stamina gauge. You have to wait for a charge meter bar, as you can see under the where it shows the X, Y, B, A. That's for your skills. You got to wait for the charge there. Which I kind of don't like, but when you do get to use your skills, I do like them. You also, if you're the warrior class, which I picked, you have your shield you can throw and be like Captain America and just hit enemies in a range, bounce off stuff. It's handy, but you're going to have to use it for the plot. Because as you can see, these little like blister things around, you're going to be popping those, and some of them are high up and you have to hit them with your shield. Just showing the combat in action. I'm a little underleveled, but even if you're underleveled in this game, I find if you know what you're doing combat-wise, you can easily pass through the combat. Now, gonna go. Your AIs companions will never die. You never have to worry about them, which is nice, but it sucks if you die, then you're screwed. You have your little rune dagger here, the Letharium. If you've played Inquisition, the Inquisition DLC, you'll know what this. You can put some runes in here and get some different effects. Now, your skill tree. I'll give Bioware this. They did a good job with the skill tree. It is massive. You can spend quite a bit of here, and you can refund all your skill points that you've put in. For no cost. So it's a really nice thing. So you can constantly unbuild your skill setup and retry it. And your companions have a fair size skill tree. Pull for one here, so you can see their different skills and different benefits. As you can see here, I went really more in the healing because I want my party members to be able to heal me. Even though I didn't need it too much, other than certain boss fights I needed it, but for most encounters, I wasn't too needing the healing so much. Now, the writing in this game... Bioware. You've played the other games in the series and the Mass Effect games, and you love that awesome writing. You're going to be disappointed here, or at least I found most of the writing very generic, and the answers the choices to give to your responses, they were not very good. Most of the scenes are like, ugh. So the once great writing is not there. I will give them that, starting up at the beginning of the game, you pick your story of your background and all that. I found that was neat at the beginning, but not overall. It plays a little bit in the beginning in a few certain scenes, but other than that, it doesn't pay much to it. And one thing, they give you a decent enough cast, I would say, of characters, and I did switch throughout them through different missions. They make you try them, and then you can slowly, as you're going through the story, kind of pick more who you want to bring with you. But Varric, you get him for the beginning, the first mission, then you don't get him. It's like, really, they just have him narrating, and I love Varric narrating. That was a great part in Dragon Age 2. He was one of my favorite characters in Dragon Age 2, so it was great to have that. But I really wish we would have got Varric, and then some of the other returning casts from other Dragon Age games, they're not joining your party. They're just, hey, we're here. We're here for nostalgia, it feels. And it's like, The story for the first bit had me intrigued, but as it goes on later on, it just had me less and less intrigued. And they're just repeating the two elven god names so many times, and it just gets annoying as all hell. And it's just like, okay, I'm tired of hearing that. And your choices, I feel, in story didn't matter too much, other than in a few times in the stories, there's two different missions. Who do you pick to go to this side to go save this city for a dragon attack, or go help this city for the dragon attack? And you get some stuff that matters a little bit, but it just didn't feel like my choices had that much weight, and I didn't really care for the choices. Now, if you're playing for just going through story, if you power through story, you could do this in 15 to 20 hours. Average play through, if you're doing some side story and stuff, around 40 hours, give or take. And I must say, I was hoping for more on this game. I really was. I'm weary with what BioWare's next Mass Effect game. Because if any of the writers that worked on this game work on that, it's like, oh boy, you're not enthralling me. But I'd love to hear from everyone in the comments section. What did you think of the game? My score, I'm going to give this Dragon Age of Veilguard a 6 out of 10. If you're thinking to play this, if you have access to the EA subscription for like $20 a month and just power through it in a month, or if you really do need to own this, get this cheap on sale. It is cheaper on Steam than it is on console, because console they had to give the $10 next gen tax for it. But let me know in the comment section, was this game you liked, you didn't like, are you curious about it, not curious? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so that way you get subscribed and get all our new videos in your feed, and click that notification bell to get notified of every video and when we go live. As well as hit that thumbs up so that way it helps our content get seen more. Burlymengaming, see y'all next time. Bye everyone!